Expanding AAC, adding fringe and high-interest vocabulary. 6.1.
Core words are the bread and butter of AAC systems, but there are thousands of other important words called fringe words. Fringe words are essential for empowering learners and building language. They add interest, specificity, and energy to interactions due to the motivation factor. Fringe words are largely nouns, but can also include other kinds of words that have high interest, such as tickle and swim. As you may have noticed, when learning and teaching AAC, we use keywords to pair AAC with our speech. Let's go outside. You like to play ball. Until now, we have emphasized core words because they are versatile and they give us the biggest bang for our buck. But now, we're going to shift that message a bit and say having the right words in an AAC system makes it easier to use and more motivating to learn. And some of the right words will be fringe words. It can't be overstated that having the right words substantially improves interactions and expands opportunities for language learning.
Sometimes, if the sort of situation is right, Nico will use his talker to order food at a restaurant or something, and people are really excited. So one of the sort of idiosyncratic ways Nico uses his talker is when he wants something to drink. He basically only drinks water, but he always wants ice in his water. So he just asks for ice cube, right? Because that is clear and specific, and we know that that means he wants ice water, not just an ice cube in a cup. And that's what he'll be really clear. He'll want an ice, want ice cube, and sort of people will hear that and generally be really warm and responsive and get him a cup of ice water.
We saw this in week 2 when we discussed how first words are often powerful and highly meaningful words that the child has heard repeatedly in their first year. Words such as mama, milk, dog, ball, or other favorites. Now we have a name for those specific, though less versatile words. They're called fringe words or fringe vocabulary. You may also recall that AAC partners pair these fringe with core words to expand language. For example, we may say ball, I'll get the ball. Milk, you want your milk. Dog, where do you see a doggy? You see, fringe words are not easily combined with each other. Ball milk or dog mom doesn't make a lot of sense. But core words plus fringe words allow us to talk about the fringe words in ways that keep the conversation interesting and relevant. Want ball? Where dog? More pudding? See grandma? They work together to add interest, specificity, and energy to these interactions.
I think I said that one time, going from when all of a sudden it went from just like I want to eat to I want to eat, and then the pages opened up to lunch, dinner, breakfast, snacks, and he was picking things that he wanted just immediately. And so that takes away this piece of frustration of I give him, let's say, a bar for a snack and he doesn't want that. And so instead it takes away that frustration of throwing that on the floor or getting up and being mad and having to go get it himself, or he gets it himself anyway. But just that area where we're just not battling to figure it out. It's not just this constant, yes, I know you want to eat, but what? And getting frustrated because he's not getting what he wants to eat. Or when we go outside and play and he wants to go to the playground so bad and he wants to swing. But so again, being able to put that piece in, or it's like, okay, you want to go play, swing set, and that's what I know he wants to do, as opposed to taking him to a park where that's not what he wanted. So, or even in our backyard, he wants to play in the hose. And so they're just,
like the specificity.
Yes. Where it's not as much back and forth of trying to figure it out anymore. Like he's able to just say, this is what I need, this is what I want, or if I want a break or any of those things, he can verbalize that. And it's made things smoother. I think we don't have to worry too much about, and it's not always perfect, it's not always right, and we get it wrong a lot. But I think he doesn't have as much frustration as he used to when he was younger.
So how do we expand our use of AAC to include fringe words? While robust AAC systems already include a treasure trove of fringe words, often categorically organized, the key to customizing AAC systems and expanding language with more specific vocabulary is to add or locate fringe words that are genuinely meaningful to your AAC learner. Words like dance, daddy, tractor, dinosaur, Starbucks. For me, an AAC system that lacked words like coffee or gardening or Netflix would be lacking indeed.
So Tyler and I are in the car, and he's rubbing his leg and acting uncomfortable. And this is what he just gave me on his talker. He's saying, I asked him if his leg hurt, and he said yes. And then he said massage therapy, doctor's office.
Think broadly about what is most important, relevant, or motivating to your AAC learner. Food choices tend to be among the first things we think of, but also consider people, places, activities. For instance, if your AAC learner loves to dance, find dance or add it to their system. Pair it with core words to say, you dance, dance fast, turn, dance with me. As we discussed previously, intrinsic motivation is elemental to engaging communication opportunities. Core and fringe vocabulary selected for their importance and relevance to the AAC learner dance together in these interactions, and they foster engagement and opportunities to focus and learn AAC by providing, you guessed it, a lot of interest, specificity, and energy to interactions.